Well, here we're out at Adams School. I have a lot of memories from Adams. Uh, to start with, um, I don't know, uh, hardly where to start. I just remember that when I was in school, I was probably one of the most bashful kids around there because when the teacher would come to me to read a sentence in a book or something, why, I would always start crying. I never could read it, but I don't know. I guess I was emotional or bashful or timid or scared or dumb or something. But uh, some of the smart boys said that if you come from a family that had less than a sixth grade education, that you would probably have less than a 2,000 word vocabulary. So maybe when I started school, I just didn't know how to talk like those other guys. But I know I was always real timid, and like I said, my my folks never had any high education. I think Mom went to the sixth grade, and Dad probably went to about the fourth grade. So if that's true about the vocabulary, well, I might have had a 15-word vocabulary when I started the school, so maybe I couldn't talk. I don't know. But anyway, back when Mom and Dad was going to school, why, uh, I guess maybe reading and writing and that kind of stuff was not an important thing to them. I think maybe how to plow and how to hoe cotton and stuff like that was more important than going to school. But anyway, I think my dad never had a chance to be president because they never even had any coal oil to light their lamps with, so he could read at night, even if they had books. But back then, why, working is all they done, and when it come dark, why, they went to bed. That's why my dad had 10 siblings, I guess. But anyway, when I started school, why, I must have been pretty timid, and there was one guy in my room that I always said that he was more bashful than me because I would cry when a teacher said, "Would you read a sentence?" But this kid would cry when they even started down his row. And I mentioned that to him one time. I saw him at a funeral here several years later, and I told how that I thought he was the most bashful kid in school, even by me, and he didn't remember that. But his wife heard me tell the story, and she said that he sure wasn't like that now because you couldn't even shut him up. But anyway, I know that I was always real timid, and maybe that's where the girls get their easy crying from. Uh, but anyway, I just remember that when I was in school, why, that was one of the things that I hated to do was to recite anything out loud or anything like that. But I remember in one of my later years when the teacher would ask a question and all the girls would raise their hand, first one up gets to answer it, and I would never raise my hand because I was afraid they was going to ask me what the answer was. But one time I remember the teacher, and this is something that's stuck to your memory, but she said, "Well, let's just let Leroy tell us what he thinks. That sometimes deep water runs still." And I thought, oh, I don't know whether she just called me deep water or what, but anyway, I can always remember that statement that she read, or she said, "Deep water runs still." But anyway, a lot of memories out to Adams. I had said previously that I remembered about all of my teachers in the school back there, and best I can recall right now, well, I probably started out at Adams probably about 1933, and probably graduated in 41. But anyway, and I also said in there, in one of my previous comments or memories, that the teacher really didn't keep me in there because she liked me. I stayed in the first grade 2 years because I missed a lot of school when Mildred had diphtheria. But anyway, that's just another memory, and I'm sure there's a lot more, but some of them I probably can't record. But anyway, a lot of memories at the old Adams School. So I'll catch you later on something else.